Welcome back. Let's talk again about what we're going to be talking about this Sunday in our sermon. So, of course, we're continuing to go through the Old Testament. We had this 4-week time where we talked about names and the importance of names, and of course, that culminated in the name of the Lord, Yahweh, and how that's such an important name. It's a breath that we can breathe. And so I really liked what we were talking about there, but we're going to transition a little bit. We're going to stay in the Old Testament, of course, and we're going to be looking at Deuteronomy 5 and 6. So really, really important 2 chapters here. It's where Moses re-gives the 10 Commandments and some of the other laws to the people, but then he talks about the importance of following those laws and the kind of relationship we can have with God and with each other if we do that. And that's where we're going to kind of focus. What does it look like to be changed by adhering to the word of the Lord? What does it mean to really give ourselves to that cause and not just half-heartedly decide, yeah, maybe I'll do that today, maybe I won't, but to really commit ourselves to God. What does it look like to listen and obey? And and so it's such a powerful 2 chapters here, especially chapter 6. It's going to be familiar territory, I would guess. My guess is that most of you have read chapters 5 and 6 probably several times in your lives. And chapter 6 in particular, as Moses gives these instructions from God about when you sleep, when you get up, when you're together as a family, what do you do? Meditate on the word of the Lord together. Talk about these things. Impress them upon your children. And there's just so much there. It's so powerful. It's so impactful. It's so important to keep our minds and our focus on of following what God wants us to do. So that's where we're going to be, Deuteronomy 5 and 6. I hope that you will read ahead and prepare yourself and think about the implications of what Moses has to say here in Deuteronomy. Not just the implications for the Israelites, but what does it mean for you and me to be these kind of people? Yes, it's different now than it was back then, but is it all that different? I mean, are the things that he says really all that different, to us? So maybe we don't walk along the road, but we drive, certainly. So how do we drive and talk about the law of the Lord and the word of the Lord? These are important questions for us to think about and to ask and to set our mind to. So that's what we're going to do on Sunday. We're going to talk about those things, hopefully be encouraged to be better, be different, be the kind of people that God wants us to be. And so I hope that you get to join us on Sunday. If not, that's okay. We will miss you, but we hope that you have a blessed Sunday regardless. And I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of this week. And we'll be back next week to talk about what's coming up for that following sermon. So be well, have a great week, and we'll talk to you then.